Good day, Dr. Eddie. We are from Class A, Group 10. We will present for the assignment 2, Group Project 1. My name is Lai Beijing with metric number 270392. The country that we choose is Germany. In this video, we will present the analysis about the geographical locations, country and political niche, competitions levels, organizational structure that's used in the country, and the last one is products or service that can offer to cater the market demands. Okay, I will present for the geographical locations. Okay, actually the official name of the Germany is Federal Republic of the Germany. And actually the Germany is the last country in the north central of the Europe. It covers the area about 134,838 square miles. It consists of 16 states, and the capital city is Berlin, which is located in the Länder stage. Okay, why we choose Germany? Actually, based on the research that many cities in the Germany is rich with the histories and the mouth-watering foods. Okay, so this factor will attract more visitors to visit. So if we establish the international banking business, we will get good information, good performance, and offerings by offering the service and the products that can fulfill the demand of the foreign visitors. Besides that, the climate in the Germany is warm summer and cool winters, and the transportation is very convenient for the visitor. Like they can take the bus or trains in anywhere at any time. So this factor can attract more visitors to visit in the Germany, and the foreign exchange market will assist. Foreign exchange market actually is visitor will use one of the currency to buy another currency when they want to visit in the Germany. So foreign exchange market will build a healthy economy and help us to generate the high profitability. Okay, this is the end of my part. I will pass the next session to my group member. Thank you.
Greetings, Dr. Eddie. I'm Yap metric number 272029. Next, I'm going to present about the country and political risks in Germany. First of all, it is important to identify the risks to establish an international banking business. Country risk is one of the indicators that must take into account. Country risk is referring to the possibility that a borrower will be unable to service the debts in a time period. It is referring to the condition of economy, social and political of foreign country, as it is related to the cross-border lending. In general, the country risk map on the left-hand side has shown that Germany is rated at A3, which is under the acceptable level. Germany is in a good and stable condition, but they may have changes in the political and economic environment that will affect the payment behavior of the corporate. So the default risk of the corporate is considered low on average. Next, economic analysis is also an important factor to assess the country risks. The graph above has indicated that Germany has overall score of 72.5% free in year 2021. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, it showed a slightly decrease from 73.5% in year 2019 and 2020. The economy has also contracted by 4.9% in 2020 as the cross-border restriction has decreased the imports and exports of the products. Gross domestic products (GDP), inflation rate and unemployment rate are the important indicators of the economic condition. GDP growth in Germany was declined from 4.7% in 2020 to 2.1% in 2021, as the debt to GDP has increased to 68.9% in 2020. The inflation rate has also increased to 2.2% in 2021 in order to stabilize the economy during the pandemic. Besides that, the unemployment rate was increased by about 0.8% because of the negative impact of the economy. However, the advanced technology in service sector has mostly contributed to the country's GDP. Therefore, the stability of the banking industry is acceptable. Next, from this chart, it has clearly stated that Germany is currently ranking at 29 in the world, and it is above the world average. From the view of open market, the level of market liberalization is preserved at a high level in Germany. The free trade openness has encouraged long-term competitiveness and long-term investment as there will be more competitors continue to engage actively in the market. It can be also proved by the comprehensive functioning and advanced financial markets that offer a wide range of banking products and services. While in the regulatory efficiency point, a substantial rise in immigration level and low populations has occurred the demographic challenge, although the labor force in Germany is high skilled. The recruiting and firing of workers in Germany are complicated by German labor rules. So the government has reserved 1% of GDP for the subsidies focused primarily on the significant economy industry. Next, the political risk is also an important factor as the political instability or corruption could affect a borrower's ability to service the obligations. From the indicator above, it has shown that Germany has lowest level of freedom at 1 in the indicator of political freedom, as all the citizens are given liberties and their rights are protected by the government in Germany. President Frank-Walter Steinmeier is currently appointed as the chief of state since 19 March 2017. The next election of presidential is in February 2022. The pandemic has postponed the election of CDU minister to 2021, which was scheduled for April 2020, after the Crown Caribbean declared her resignation in February 2020. However, the new government winning more support in parliament as the struggle against the COVID-19 pandemic has encouraged the effort of collaborations. So, the political risk is preferred and stable in Germany as there are no happening political riots or issues. Since the political is stable in the country, it shows the transparency in the regulatory policies. The antitrust law is one of the regulations to enhance the competition. German law has fully protected the property rights of foreigners as the global investment and the purchase of property or equity shares by foreigners has faced no prejudice of discriminations. According to the Transparency in International Corruption, Germany has currently ranks in the middle of developed country. The political party control is a cause of concern, but American business have not recognized corruption as a barrier to investment. However, the government in Germany has concern about the corruption issues and they aim to minimize the both domestic and international corruption. Regional commercial business is subject to legal anti-corruption rules which are strict to be followed. So as a conclusion, Germany is recommended to establish the international banking business as the country risk is acceptable and their political is stable.
Good day, Dr. Eddie. I'm Iman with Metri 271407. We'll continue the presentation on the competition level in Germany. Okay, so a simple explanation of the banking industry framework in Germany, where the universal banks exist in saving, commercial, and cooperative sector to participate in banking activities such as asset deposit, lending, and trading, which is investment. Okay, commercial bank more focus on retail and wholesale banking, while savings bank mainly focuses on SME and private sector. Cooperative are the smallest bank in Germany, which mostly committed by depositors. There are banking institutions from the three sectors that compete fiercely that we can see from private commercial banks, public banking sectors, and cooperative sector. Okay, first we look at the private commercial banks. The example of private commercial banks such as the two biggest and most popular banks, which are Industrial Bank and Commerce Bank. The largest asset group in the banking sector is private-owned commercial banks, which account for 40% of total asset. So private banks compete intensely not only with other banks in the market, but also compete internally. They committed in the German export economy, accounting for 88% of German export and lead almost 3/4 of the international network in German banking industry. Next is the public banking sectors. Examples of the public banking sector are Sparkassen, Landesbanken, and Bank. Three of them act as the central asset managers of the saving banks finance group, with 26% of total bank asset. Recently, the number of saving banks in Germany has 385. Briefly explain about the savings banks finance group, where it is the leading market in Germany and the largest financial group in Europe. The group also provides variety of financial services in the Sparkassen. Region banks also, which is Landesbanken, insurance firms, and so on. In 1778, Sparkassen was founded in Hamburg. It is a type of savings banks in Germany that in charge of the social and economic growth of the German regions in order to cultivate the long-term commitment to regional growth and also the business sustainable. Sparkassen has advanced level in measurement, transparency, and also reporting. Next one is Landesbanken. Okay, so this bank was served as a central bank for savings bank. They have actively in the corporate finance, investment, and international business operation. Therefore, it has led to the competitive relationship with commercial banks. And then the Bank is the parent company of Deka Group and act as a security house for Spartasit. This is because Deka Bank want to cooperate with savings banks to offer the product of investment to retail and institutional investor as well. In cooperative sector, it has 842 cooperative banks and one central cooperative bank in cooperative market. So cooperative banks in Germany are Volksbanken and Raiffeisenbanken. Both of them has around over 16 million members and 30 million customers in the market. Cooperative banks generally committed by depositors and borrowers, and they also provided regional orientation of financial services to the public and other regions as well. For example, cooperative banks export particular products which are bound by the regional theory, where the government would like to maximize their national security and economic interests of flow to another country. The cooperative market refers to the DZ Bank. Cooperative financial network was integrated by the DZ Bank that serves as a central organization to assist local cooperative banks to increase their competition levels. The German banking system consists of nearly 1,800 banks, including 200 private banks, 400 public-owned banks, and 1,100 member-owned credit unions. Credit unions is a type of financial cooperative that provides traditional banking services. The business model in credit unions, such as members pool the money, technically they are buying shares in a cooperative. So in order to be able to provide loans, demand deposit accounts, and other financial products and services to each other. This statistic presents the total number of bank branches in Germany from 2013 to 2017. So between this period, the number of bank branches has decreased by more than 9,000. A similar decrease can be seen in the consolidation of financial institutions in Germany. The move of consolidation and mergers of banks aims to reach the stability in economic scale. However, the move of consolidations and mergers had brought some problems where there is a product of stress and the pressure of the raise of banks' capital measurement requirements in Germany. The German bank has restricted the services in lending because they are worried that the consolidation will be affected the real estate and corporate finance. However, the consolidation of banks helped to improve the financing conditions when the low lending rates has encouraged more lending to the salary workers and the self-employed with 4.3% increment, which is 974 billion compared to the previous year. On this part, we will go through the top 3 largest banks in Germany and the market share. So the first largest bank goes to the National Bank with 18.70% domestic market share with 2,500 branches in 70 countries and 1,765.85 billion in assets. The next one is the second largest bank in Commerzbank, which is the private bank with 17.5 million of private and business customers. The market share is 6.68%. It operates with 1,000 branches with 49,000 employees. The Commerzbank also operated outside Germany with 23 branches, 34 representative offices, and 6 main subsidiaries. DZ Bank Group is the third largest bank with 4.10%. It is a commercial bank and the central administration for approximately 1,000 cooperative banks of credit unions. It acquired assets worth a total of 607 billion. It also merged with WGZ Bank in 2016. The bank employs approximately 32,000 of people. To sum up the competition level in Germany, the banking sector and the banking institution are related to each other where the competition occurs among the banks. Especially the commercial banks are more competitive than the savings and cooperative banks. It is because the commercial banks more focus on the foreign banks and the capital market, however the savings and cooperative banks cooperating in the local markets. The measurement of asset concentration reflects the competition of banking industry. Germany has only 44% of total domestic banking asset that contributed by the top 5 banks. However, United States with the concentration of 56%, United Kingdom with 84%, and the average across the Western European countries with 76%. Therefore, Germany has faced a big competition and level of strong competition compared with the peer market in the price, which is the interest rate of financial products and services. That's all from me. Thank you.
Good day to total. My name is Lau Ke-Sing with metric number 201X62. Now I will present the part of the organizational structure that suits to Germany. Germany is operating branch as a platform which is the foreign company can establish in Germany. The branch office in Germany is connected with the parent company, and the accounting system and assets are not depends with the branch office. It is only allowed to perform the same types of operations as its parent company and is not allowed to participate in any other activities. There are two types of the division in Germany, which is the structure is very unique compared with other jurisdictions. Another type is the internal inter-autonomous sector. It depends on the parent company. But business operations are self-obtained because it has own capital and bank account, and it also has own accounting record. So the international head office is responsible for the debt and commitment regardless of the extent of self-sufficiency. The dependent branch has almost no autonomy of the headquarters. It is used to establish relations and they are not involved in the industry for the foreign companies. Deutsche Bank is the example for branch office and it was headquartered in Frankfurt, has more than 19,000 branch. The branch is located between a subsidiary and liaison office because it can carry out commercial activity but is not separate from the parent company. The foreign investor want to invest in Germany in long term, and they are concerned about daily management usually to use a local branch because they does not have independent legal personality for the branch. Next, the subsidiary in German is known as the limited liability company, which is GmbH. It has share capital accounting and management system. It is permitted to do business under the parent company's name. Subsidiaries are like every other local corporation must pay taxes in Germany. Investors usually create a German version of private limited liability company. The process will take longer than the branch because the company form setup procedure is medium authorized procedure. So investors are willing to choose a slightly longer establishment duration when they see certain benefits. Subsidiary has an advantage, which is an independent legal entity to carry out comprehensive commercial operations, and the parent company will not be liable for the debts of the subsidiary. The German tax system is a good for subsidiary because it has signed many treaties, so many tax exempt treatment can be granted. Deutsche Bank is the one of the representative banks in Germany. In 1991, it had become a part of the European Central Bank system. The bank is independent for the federal government and the status is comparable to the Federal Constitutional Court. It uses network to carry out the business in the areas of refinancing, cashless payment, and the bank supervisions. The two independent representative offices are set up in New York and Tokyo. There are two main tasks for representative office. For the employee for the bank is to report on the economic development and financial system of their respective regions, which are the representative in New York is responsible for the United States, Canada, Mexico, and so on, while the representative in Tokyo is responsible for Japan, South Korea, and Australia. Another one main task is monitoring and analyzing the financial system, including identify crises before the upcoming financial crisis. In conclusion, the branch and subsidiary are suitable to establish an international banking business in Germany because it can generate profit and minimize the cost for banking business in Germany. That's all for my part. Thank you.
Good day, Dr. AD. My name is Xiaofan, metric number 269055. Today, I want to present my part making service of our bank in Germany. So our bank provides four main services, which is trade finance service, lending service, foreign exchange service, and investment banking service. So first and foremost, I will introduce the trade financing service first. Trade financing is an important engine of global growth since it keeps credit flowing in supply chain. It was very important to economy in abroad, which the market of Germany was biggest to other countries. By reconsidering the divergent interests of an exporter and an importer, it can future reduce the risk. So next is lending service. Lending service is the most important service to a bank. This is because of bank gain profit from the interest of customer loan. Okay, various interest rate and loan amount will be imposed by our bank based on the time frame and the amount required by the borrower. There is also another very important thing is our bank will require correspondence from borrower to ensure the repayment. So Besides that, our bank also offer foreign exchange service. Foreign exchange is a global market for exchanging national currency with one another. The foreign exchange rate of each currency is determined by this market. It includes the whole process of purchasing, selling, and exchanging currency at current or fixed price. Those foreign exchange services are a must of a country, especially for a country in Central Europe, Germany. Germany also play an important role for tourism and international trends. So, foreign exchanging is important to Germany. So, lastly is investment banking service. Investment banking service has been added from individual and institutional investor from our bank. Our bank help personal investment to manage investment solution, advisory, and execution. Moreover, we rebalance and reassess our views on each asset class on a regular basis, allowing customers to optimize their exposure.